Oh, me, oh, my.
This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
Young Derek would love to take my order.
Hi.
He works at the coffee shop just up the street.
Morning.
He's happy and annoying with a smirk the size of Texas. He's my coffee enemy.
Would you like a mochaccino? Or perhaps a cappuccino? Or maybe a frappuccino?
Said Derek wearing the chinos. All I really want is a cup of coffee. So strong the spoon stands up, just a cup of coffee. All I really want is a cup of coffee. Give me a friggin' cup of coffee, Derek.
Speak to Jeffrey Chung.
Jeffrey who?
This is, please speak to Jeffrey Chung.
Speaking. What's...
Hey, Jeffrey Chung. This is the U.S. Customs Bureau. We have a problem with your visa, and unfortunately, you're no longer allowed to visit Europe.
Well,
Yes.
why is that?
We found that, well, unfortunately, Jeffrey Chung, we found out that you are raping too many people, especially during the weekdays.
Sorry,
The U.S.
Can you spell my last name for me?
Cheung.
That's not my last name. You got the wrong Jeffrey. So, have a good day.
So this is the Jeffrey who doesn't like to rape.
Hi, hello, Coffee Nation, and welcome to episode 14 of the Coffee with Friends podcast. I'm your host, Carl Coffee. With me once again is my sidekick, Tim Anderson. How are you, Tim?
Carl, I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, not bad. Listen, it's kind of cold here. Winter's finally arrived in Northern Virginia.
I had to put on a hoodie, I know.
Listen, our guest today is someone I've never met. I don't know him. I don't like him. I don't care for him. I think he's a jerk. Just kidding. It's Michael Watkins from Philadelphia. He's a part of the OTSN with us, the 247 podcast host. What's up, Mike?
What's going on, Carl? Hi, Tim.
Hey, Mike.
Listen, me and Tim here at the CoffeeTimeUSA.info studios, and Michael, you know, it's good to have you on. Your Eagles have moved on somehow. We'll talk about that later. This show is called the NFL Divisional Round Madness. One of my first shows it was called MLB DS Madness. I don't know why I like that madness word. It just makes the shows better. I talked about it last week.
Make the show a march easier, though, for you.
Exactly. You know, it make things sound wacky. We're on Spotify, Mike. Is your show on Spotify?
No, we're not. We need to get on that. We might need your little help with that one.
Yeah, and at the end of the show, I'm going to have you plug your show so people can listen. But in case you guys don't know, Michael is a member of the OTSN like us. You can check them out at otsportsnetwork.com or on Twitter at _OTSN. We're also part of the Detroit Sports Podcast Network. Michael, you're not a part of that network, right?
No, I'm not.
That would be weird. That would be really weird if you were.
Definitely be weird, Carl.
You can check out those shows at DetroitSportsPodcast.com or Twitter at Detroit Podcast. There's my plugs. So this show's broken up into a few topics, you know. We got the Divisional Round Madness. We have an 8-1, which is what to do in Philly, which is going to be fun because Tim used to live in Philly.
I did, Carl.
And Stump the Expert, Family Guy, and we have a Song of the Week and a story. People like my story somehow, so I have another one that makes me look really bad. Michael, I don't know you. Tell me about your day. Was it a good day?
Wasn't such a good day. I had to go to work, Carl. I mean, what do you expect with that one? But I'm happy now. I get to be here with you guys. Last week's show is going to be hard to top. I was waiting for Charlie Conway's mom to come through. Maybe get a little pregame action in, but she never showed up.
You know what I was always confused about? Like, yeah, she wasn't in 2, but somehow they put her in 3.
In 3?
They did not make her a romantic interest. I mean, Bombay was barely in 3, even though he got top billing. There's a lot of confusing parts of that. And the Mighty Ducks thing is going to be a recurring thing on this show. I got a lot of feedback that they want to talk Mighty Ducks. Like 8 people said, I want to talk Mighty Ducks with you and Tim. I was like, holy cow, man. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a zoo.
You know what, though? You know, I think HBO heard you, though, Carl, because after that episode last week, Mighty Ducks 1, 2, and 3, all free on demand if you have HBO.
I wouldn't be surprised if HBO heard us. You must be a big Goldberg fan, because remember when he told everyone he was moving back to Philly? That was a lie.
Yeah, I'm glad he stayed there.
Yeah, really.
Meth does bad things, Carl.
Looking like Abe Vigoda now in his mugshots.
All right, so before we go to the song of the week, because I had to tell you guys this story. I have to. I mean, have you guys ever had a job at like a country club or a golf course?
No.
I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, and there's people that work, on the grounds crew, get there early. There's people who work in the kitchen. There's people that work in the clubhouse. So I was working at TPC Michigan. TPC, you've heard of the TPC guys, right? Tournament Players Club.
Yes.
I have now.
Their most famous course is in Sawgrass.
Sawgrass.
Yeah, but they have courses all over the country, and I worked it was the number 2 course in Michigan. It's a big course, and the break room, Michael. Can I call you Mike?
Yeah, you can call me Mike.
All right, Mikey? Just kidding. Michael, listen. You have to walk through the break room to get to places. And I walked by this guy who was watching The Price is Right. And I just I don't know even what I said to him. It was so long ago. It was like 7 or 8 years ago. And he was black, and he said, Carl, it's easier to get on the show if you're black. They pretty much put 1 to 2 black people, through the whatever that segment's called. They call you down the aisle. Come on down, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Panel.
Yeah, the panel. Mm-hmm. So he's like, if I get to there, I have a better chance than you white people to get on the panel. I'm like, okay, cool, right? I didn't think much of it. He worked on the grounds crew, and I was in the food and beverage department. So we didn't have a lot of interaction. Fast forward a few weeks, right? And in between that time period, Michael, I watched an episode where 2 black people were in the final 2, the showdown, right?
The Showcase Showdown.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I can't wait to see this guy again. I'm going to tell him. So I see him, and I like, dude, I saw a Showcase Showdown. It was 2 black people. The guy just looks at me, like, confused, and just leaves. Dude, it was the wrong black guy. Yeah, it's like, so
that's not good, man.
I worked with him for another year and a half, and we never, the wrong black guy, never talked to him again. All right, so the song of the week is it's an old one. It's from Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Our House. Great song, right, Mike?
Yes, I have heard of it.
Yeah.
And it is in the middle of our street, Carl.
Yes. All right, so I'm glad that story made you laugh. It's a true story, and
Who would admit that if it wasn't? you basically just admitted racism.
it's not racism.
I don't think I'd third party that story.
It was a different black guy on the grounds crew.
That's why it's funny.
I just said,
oh, no, we got it the first time.
hey, man, there was 2 guys. Imagine you never talking to someone ever.
I usually don't.
Say you're the black guy.
I usually am.
And the first thing I've ever said to you was, hey, there was 2 guys in the showcase for Price is Right. That's the first thing I've ever said to you. You should have seen the look you gave me. It was confusion.
Congratulations, you did
anger.
it. There were 2 of them.
There was so much going on with that look. Like, that's the first. We've been working with each other for 4 to 5 months, and that's the first thing you're ever going to say to me.
With your blonde hair and your blue eyes?
Jeez.
And your high cheekbones?
This is a sports podcast. We got to move on. But before we do, I love this segment. It's called Stump the Expert. And Tim, you love cartoon shows. You're a South Park guy, right?
Yes.
That South Park episode where they make fun of Family Guy.
Love it.
Where was it like a manatee picking out?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, Michael Watkins. Can I call you Mike?
Yes, you can.
Hey, yo, Mikey.
So Mikey Watkins, he is a big Family Guy fan. And he's like, Carl, give me a Family Guy topic. And I was like, okay, here we go.
But is he a Family Guy aficionado?
Maybe.
That's the question.
I don't know. We're going to find out in about 2 seconds, right?
I'm going to give you a famous Family Guy scene. It's a quintessential scene, right?
Oh, my word.
Where everyone drinks Epicac to decide who gets the last piece of pie. You know that scene, right? Come on, everyone does.
I really wanted pie when I saw that, too.
So who wins?
Chris.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, all 3 of us got it right.
That's 2 straight. When I got it right, I should have known I shouldn't use this. That's 2 straight weeks. I wasn't able to stump. Well, good job, Michael.
Thank you very much, Carl. I take pride I got that right.
That works. That helps. That will help you out for the Throne of Awesome. Tim is the decider on that, and that is a deciding factor.
I don't know how I can top Steve, though, man. We'll see what happens, but I don't know.
All right, so I was stumped once again, but we're going to go out at 8-1, knock out the first round before we go to the main topic. And it's what to do in Philly. It's a town that I've spent about an hour in. You know, wasn't on my bucket list. I knocked it out. Wasn't impressed. Michael, he's a Philly guy. Tim, you lived there for 7 years.
I did, Carl.
So Tim, you're technically a Philly guy too.
No. He's a Detroit guy. Come on, man. Don't try to claim him.
Well, how about an honorary Philly guy? You know how like everybody gets a key to the city, you know, when they do something. How about we give them the honorary?
So do I get to park in the middle of the street in like South Philly then?
You do whatever you want to do, Tim.
Well, that's what they usually do there.
No. This is like, say you're like contemplating whether you want to visit Philly or not. This show is going to help you. Because this is a sports podcast, but we're not going to talk sports here. And I'm going to give you the 4 first-round matchups, Mike, and we can veto, me and Tim, but we can't veto in championship. You got it?
I got it.
First matchup, snap a photo in front of the Liberty Bell against visit the famous love sculpture, because somehow you guys are the city of brotherly love.
I had the Liberty Bell when it's not a government shutdown.
Ooh.
Whoa, you going to veto?
I'm going to go with Liberty Bell because there's actually more than one love statue, and that's just stupid.
Fair enough. And, you know, I changed things up. You don't know my seating right now. I'm making it tough. Got it, Tim?
Got it, Carl.
You ready, Mike?
I am ready.
Can I call you Mikey?
No.
All right, so
hey,
Michael,
yo, Mikey.
We got you tour the Independence Hall versus eating and shopping at the Reading Terminal Market. Is that Reading the same Reading that's in Monopoly?
Yes, it is.
How cool is that?
Kind of, sort of. Reading is actually a little east of Philadelphia, but I've done both.
Oh, this is huge.
Can't go without the Reading Terminal. Got to go with that one.
Carl, I always get my Trimini cannoli from the Reading Market.
Did you get it from there, or did you get it from Termini's?
Well, so Trimini...
I'm taking it back the honorary title there, Tim.
No, you see, what happens is I get it from Trimini when I'm in South Philly, but when I'm by the market, I just stop in the market.
So you're not vetoing?
I'm not vetoing. No.
I'm not going to veto. I don't know. I just Googled these things.
I Googled this shit.
But according to my Google rankings, that's an upset.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's an upset. Independence Hall is the higher seed. Here's a huge matchup. When I said I went to Philly, this is the only thing I did. It really is. I enjoyed an authentic Philly cheesesteak from the place without the lights. Was it Pat's, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Pat's, yeah.
Versus visiting the museums on the Benjamin Franklin Park. Dude, you're the Philly guy, Michael Watkins. Can I call you Mike?
Yeah, sure, Paul.
So, Mikey, it's cheesesteak versus museums, man. It's like, this is going to...
I'm a fat kid. I love to eat, Carl, so I'm going with the cheesesteak.
Oh, I'm not going to veto that. Come on. Oh, Tim is thinking. I might veto his veto if he does this.
Carl,
Tim,
where I lived in Philly, it was called Brewery Town, which was on the border of Fairmount Park, which is where the museums are. And I have enjoyed seeing sunflowers, and I have enjoyed seeing the fall of Icarus.
Come on, get with it.
But I'm going with Spot Burger on Girard. Has the best Philly steaks in all of Philadelphia. Right. Boom.
So no veto.
It's been said.
You know, we live near D.C., which has the best museums, which we really can't visit right now because of the shutdown.
Yeah.
So if Philly thinks they have better museums, they're wrong, right?
I agree with you.
Yeah, really. All right, so no veto so far.
No veto so far.
Dude, we've gone so many shows, Tim, without vetoes. Remember when we used to fight?
Yeah. Well, the first one was about Jersey and New York. So yeah.
This one should be easy. Pose with the Rocky statue and run up the Rocky steps. Versus eating at the South 9th Street Italian Market. Dude, if you choose the second one, Michael, I'll hang up on you. Wait, should I say that? That's bad. Sorry, Mike. Pick what you want. Mikey, go on.
Well, this is a tough one.
Is it?
No, he's right.
This is a tough one.
See, someone who's not from Philly thinks this is easy, but if you're from Philly, maybe it is.
Look, Carl. At the end of the day, they're just steps.
If he even dares to pick the second one, I will veto him. Go.
Nah, I gotta do the Rocky steps. I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
The Rocky statue is the most overplayed thing in the city. It's something you do.
I dare you to veto him.
I'm going to veto it.
Well, then veto.
Oh, veto.
All right, so Mike, that's good for you. No more vetoes.
That's quickly.
If you're going to veto anything, I'll take that veto.
I'm not sure if you followed that because were sauced up and things happened quickly. But both vetoes were just used. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you? Yeah. So we got Liberty Bell, Reading Terminal, Cheesesteak, and Rocky Steps moving on.
Boo!
Not a bad Final Four.
He's a mook.
All right. So just like that, we're at the main topic. And Michael, your Philadelphia Eagles. Your Eagles are in the Final Eight. And, I wanted to talk to someone who knows about football, someone who had a fun run last year. So before we go to this topic, so how fun was a Super Bowl win? Like, really? And don't even hold back. Give me 30 seconds of how fun it was.
It was so much fun.
I'm jealous. Stop. Just stop talking. I can't handle this. No, I'm just getting going.
I actually rewatched the game after the Super Bowl and after the trophy and everything like that. Me and my wife went up to bed, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I was watching the game over again because I DVR'd it, and I watched the trophy ceremony over again. I must have watched the trophy ceremony till at least 3 a.m.
Fair. No, I've done that. I've done that stuff too, with like the 04 Pistons, the 06 Tigers, even though they didn't win, the Red Wings in 97.
I saw one game in 06.
The Red Wings in 97, huh? Who'd they beat?
Oh, yeah, the Flyers Nation. That was fun.
They swept the shit out of them.
We were due.
They beat the brakes off them.
Anyways, that's good to hear. And there's a part of me that was happy for you guys. Like, come on. I love passion. I love it. And it's something we'll talk about. So, are you guys ready to get to the main topic?
Yeah. Bring it.
Let's do it, Carl.
All right, boys. Now we go to the main topic, which is NFL divisional round madness. We have 8 teams left in the NFL. 2 of them from LA. We have Philly left, so Michael has to be pumped. And we have a formula to determine the winners. It's a 5-tiered system. You guys ready to hear this?
I sure am, Carl.
And it has nothing to do with playing the field.
That doesn't make any sense.
But we still have some things. Anyways, we're going with 1, better city to visit. Because that matters. Not. More tolerable fan base. And to be honest, Mike, can I call you?
Screwed.
Can I call you Michael?
Sure.
Let's go, Mikey.
So, Mikey, when I like or hate teams, because I'm a Detroit guy, but then there's teams I like or hate, and it's basically goes down to the fan base. Like, if the people I know who like these teams aren't assholes, I kind of like them. So that's 2. 3. Which fan base has suffered more? I really wish the Lions were in this because they would win.
Rebuilding since 1957.
I kind of put in parentheses, who deserves some success? Anyways, the better-looking starting QB, because that matters, right?
Absolutely.
Confidence on the field.
And in the bed.
Yes. And then last, who was the better head coach? Coaching, right? Michael, you are such a good guy to join this ridiculous podcast. You guys at 247, you do things the right way. I've always kind of considered the Coffee with Friends podcast that weird drunk uncle in the Overtime Sports Network. That uncle that comes to Thanksgiving. The family sees him once a year. We're kind of accepted as part of the family, but not really. You feel that way?
I definitely do after the bottle of tequila I just drank tonight.
I kind of prefer that uncle.
And now you're part of the Coffee with Friends podcast. Now you're a part of us. Everyone at the Overtime Sport Networks, all those guys in Indiana, they're all family. And then there's the weird guys in Philly and us. You're a weird uncle now. You have to accept it.
Oh, I'm accepting it. I'll take another sip right now if you want me to, Carl.
Weird Uncle Nation, right, Mike?
Yes, it is.
All right, here we go. Let's run down it as fast as we can, and let's have some fun. Which is the better city? Indianapolis. Oh, let me paint a picture. We're going Colts versus Chiefs. We're going by the TV time. So this is the first game on the weekend. So which is the better city, Michael? Indianapolis or Kansas City?
Got to go with the barbecue, Carl. I'm a fat guy.
Oh, man.
I like the barbecue. Got to go Kansas City.
See, I'm going third, and you already kind of stole my thunder. So you have KC there. More tolerable fan base. This one's hard. What do you got?
Yeah, they're both boring. So I don't even know. Can they tie in that one?
What do you say?
Can they tie in that one?
You can do a tie. That's fine.
Yeah, they're tying. That's a push.
All right. So which fan base has suffered more?
Well, Andy Reid's the coach of the Chiefs, so I would go Kansas City.
So KC is now 2-0-1. All right, they're looking good now. Indy has to knock these next 2 out to tie. Better looking quarterback, Luck or Mahomes?
Oh my God! I mean, this isn't
for this one. I should do like weirder sounding QB because one sounds like a Muppet and one sounds like a what?
Well, it's Steph Curry had an affair with Fraggle Rock.
That's
for
good.
Patrick Mahomes.
I love this guy. This guy should be on. He should be like a second sidekick.
So I can't replace Tim. Tim should be the only sidekick.
We can't two sidekicks.
Replace him. But no, Andrew Luck should be. I mean, who doesn't like a grizzled Civil War hero?
God damn it, that was my joke.
See, that's why I have other people going first.
I literally have it right there.
Mike's going to take all the best material. All right, so if Indy wins this, we have a tie. Who has the better coach? We got Frank Reich versus Andy Reid. Oh, you know Andy Reid really well, huh? Who do you got?
Oh, Frank Reich all day. Look at that. That's another great Civil War veteran.
You got Reich as a better coach than Andy Reid.
No, I'm actually just kidding. This is Andy Reid's year.
So, the city of 3-1-1, Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So, we'll go to Tim. And, how this works is, we each have 5, and you have to win 2 out of 3. So, if you pick Kansas City, I really don't even have to say mine, Tim. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Kansas City versus Indy. And Mike was very quick to just say barbecue Kansas City. Can you give more insight? Can you say something nice about Indy?
Carl.
Is it the quintessential city of the Midwest?
It is not.
Oh, so who do you got?
Probably Kansas City because I've been to Indianapolis, and I'm just going to assume that anything else is better.
This isn't looking good for Indy. So we have, and you have to remember, this is the 1 seed versus the 6 seed, if that matters. And with my formula, it doesn't. Which is a more tolerable fan base?
I'm going to go ahead and say the Colts because more Midwestern people are different. They're almost Canadian in terms of niceness.
If you looked at my notes, I'm right there. So it's 1-1. This is exciting. You're giving Indy a chance, unlike Mike. He was just all about KC because, he still loves Andy Reid. He misses him. He likes his mustache. He looks like a walrus. He's a big fan. You missed him, right, Mike?
I don't miss him at all, Carl.
Oh, I was wrong there. So who has suffered more?
The Colts fan base.
How?
Baltimore. They left in the middle of the night. There are country songs about that, Carl.
This is about the Indianapolis Colts, not about the Colts. That is a bad choice.
Yep. Staying with it.
I am really mad what Tim said. This is why I don't understand how you can like Tim as a sidekick. He picked Indy there. The Chiefs hasn't been in the Super Bowl since '69. The Colts won the Super Bowl in 07 or 06. Come on. Is Tim a fool, Mike?
No, he's not. You said 69, Carl. Giggity.
And I stayed in school.
All right, better looking QB, Tim. Mahomes or Luck?
Well, like Mikey, I've got a thing for Civil War generals, so I'm going to go with the Colts.
Oh, wow. So Indy's going to move on. It doesn't matter what you pick here. Coach?
I'm going to go with the Colts, actually.
Really?
Well, you see, Andy,
a first-year coach over Andy Reid?
You see, with Andy Reid, I'd like to pee on him in a not safe for work kind of way. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of glad Tim picked the Colts, Mike. You know why? Because now I'm what matters. You excited?
You what, Tim?
He picked the Colts for... Yeah. See, I usually ignore Tim. You're the only guest we've ever had who actually acknowledges him.
Yeah, that was a Pornhub joke.
All right, so Mike picked the Chiefs 3-1-1. Tim has the Colts 4-1. So it comes down to me, Mike. You ready?
I'm ready. I think just Tim picked him by default, but go ahead.
All right, so for City, Indy has that world famous steakhouse with the great shrimp cocktail. They have the Indiana Pacers and the Indy 500. But Kansas City has barbecue, the Royals, and Rob Riggle. And guess what, guys? Wriggle me this. I choose Kansas City. Got it?
Got it.
Total fan base, I really think both of them aren't obnoxious. That's how I like teams. That's how I pick teams that I can tolerate. Kansas City, Indiana, they're not obnoxious. 2 middle American teams. And but Indy is more Midwest, Kansas City, that's getting pretty far west there.
People get pretty violent in those games, Carl.
So I'm going to pick Indy, so we're 1-1. That's exciting, right? Now it's getting close. So
how close is it?
Pretty much whoever wins 2 out of these next 3.
Oh, Lord.
Who has suffered more? And I could not believe Tim picked Indy here. Indy has a Super Bowl from last decade. You guys not remember that?
How could I forget?
And then they got to the
Manning's
Super Bowl against the Saints, and they lost it. So they've been in 2 Super Bowls in in the last 10, 12
It's
years.
not a 4-head, it's an 8-head.
Shout out to Hank Bankskett.
Boys, yeah.
Former Eagle.
He married Kendra from that
And now
Playboy
he's,
show.
Now he's transgender.
And now he's married to a tranny.
Wow. He's right. He's actually right.
I know.
Actually, divorce isn't final yet.
I cracked that joke.
But I said,
Divorce isn't final yet, according to TMZ.
I said it, and Mike made a giggity joke. They haven't been in the Super Bowl since '69. The Chiefs. That's way more sufferable. That's 2-1 Chiefs. One more Chiefs pick, and then moving on. And guess what? Andrew Luck has a neck beard. He's not moving on. I don't care if Mahomes sounds like a Muppet. He's better looking. And there's a better coach. I have the Chiefs going 4-1. So Mike and Carl have the Chiefs. You have the Colts. That's 2-1. Chiefs, the 1 seed in the AFC. Guess what, Mike? With our calculations, with our formula, guess what? The Chiefs are moving on. Listen, bro, you were there in 2004 when they made the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be a Andy Reid lover.
I do want him to win. I will say, I'll give Andy his props. He deserves to win. You know why he deserves to win? Because we won last year. So he can win this year.
So many worm burners, though.
Tim, are you ready to lead us off, or are you going to make a fool out of yourself again?
I'll make a fool of myself, Carl.
All right, talking to the mic, and let's go. You're leading off, man. I'm letting the sidekick lead off.
Okay, let's do this.
So it's Dallas versus Los Angeles. Nothing about the teams. Which city is better?
I like LA more. I'm a big fan of West Hollyweird and Asian Town.
Now, this question it's weird for both the Chargers and Rams, for fan base and suffered more, because these are new teams. This is year 3 for the Rams. Who's a more tolerable fan base, the Dallas Cowboys or the Los Angeles Rams?
The Los Angeles Rams.
Exactly, that's easy.
Because the Cowboys are insufferable.
So that's 2-0 Rams. They're dominating, and this is almost a gimme, because the LA Rams, yes, they used to be a team, but have they suffered? This is year 3, and they've made the playoffs 2 out of 3 years. The Cowboys, they have 5 Super Bowls. Granted, they haven't won since the early 90s, but who suffered more?
The Americans, every time the Cowboys win, so I'm going to have to take the Rams here.
All right, that's 3-0 Rams. I don't even have to ask you these 2 last questions, but I will. Better looking QB, Dak or Goff?
I'm going to say Dak, and I'm going to add on that Goff sounds like something you call an asshole.
That doesn't even matter. The Rams already won. Better coach, Garrett versus McVay.
Have you seen McVay's wife? McVay all day.
All right, cool.
Go Rams.
So,
God, don't even ask me that question, Carl, because I'm going to give the same answer as Tim.
No, listen. Tim has the Rams 4-1, so it's my turn, bro. You ready for me to run down this, Mike?
I hope so. I hope so.
I'm telling you, it matters, because we might have a tie. Listen, city, I haven't been to either. I really haven't. But I'm not going to go to California. No chance. I'm picking Dallas. They're up 1-0. Tolerable fan base? Are you kidding me? This is easy. I don't know a single LA Rams fan. I have a couple friends from the St. Louis days, but that doesn't count. This is the LA Rams, Michael. You get it?
I get it.
So I'm picking LA here. So it's 1-1. Who has suffered more? This is ridiculous. This is a gimme. Is it, though? I mean, listen. The Cowboys might have Super Bowls, but since those early 90s success, they have been horrible. Remember a couple years ago when Dak went 14-2, 15-1? That's brutal. You lose in their first game? Dude, the Ram fans haven't suffered anything. Like I said, two playoff appearances in 3 years. Cowboy fans have suffered more, Mike. I'm sorry. You might not agree with it, but I will. Dallas is up 2-1. Better looking QB. Sorry, Jared Goff looks like he's 16. Dak's better looking. That's 3-1 Dallas. They move on. I'll give my coach answer, Michael, because it doesn't matter. I actually like McVay over Garrett. It doesn't matter, though. Dallas wins 3-2. So now it's going down to the third person once again, Mike. Can you believe this?
Are you sure you want to venture down this path?
Dude,
Do you not know where I'm from?
You're from Eagles land, but it's 1-1, and I'm gonna run down my formula, and you have to respect the Cowboys. If not, we have a problem. Do you respect them?
I'll answer as unbiased as I can.
Dude, this is going to be an easy win for the Rams, right?
Give it.
Tim?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So the better city, Michael, Dallas or L.A.?
Never been to L.A. I've been to Dallas. I'll pick L.A. just on spite.
Oh, this is not going well. All right, so more tolerable fan base. Cowboys fans or Rams fans?
L.A., thank you, next.
Oh, man, this isn't going well. 2-0 Rams. Who has suffered more?
L.A.
How? It's your third year, ding-dong.
Because they don't know who their fans are yet, so they've suffered more. They don't know what to do. Are they Chargers? Are they Rams? Do you go to San Jose to watch a game? Do you go to the
San
Coliseum?
Jose.
Are you worried USC? Are you worried USC is going to show up to play? I feel bad for them. I can't.
Well, the Rams win, but we'll finish off. Better-looking QB.
The traffic to get to the game alone, Carl, is suffering enough.
That's actually good.
Yeah, I know. 405 sucks.
I'll ask you these last two, but the Rams move on. Dak or Goff? Better looking.
Dak.
You'd rather make out with Dak.
And I'll say Dak because have you seen his girlfriend? Pornhub.com. Just saying.
Garrett or McVay, who's the better coach? It doesn't matter about the girlfriend, you idiots.
It does. Hey, look, if you could pull that kind of talent in, you got to give him the win.
Gotta respect it.
So you picked the Rams.
Look at Sean McVay. He's 32 years old.
All right.
While he's at practice breaking down film every day, his girlfriend's at the beach taking selfies. I enjoy them. So he wins.
That'd be a film I'd be willing to watch, Michael.
All right, so it wasn't unanimous. That's actually kind of cool. You know, Kansas City won 2-1, and now the Rams won 2-1. And we're going to go to the 8-1 semis now. Michael, are you ready?
I am.
And it's exciting because we both use our vetoes because of Tim's nonsense in that last matchup with the Rocky Steps.
That was reverse psychology, by the way.
So it's your world now, Michael. Can I call you Mike?
Sure.
So, Mikey, we got snapping a photo in front of the Liberty Bell versus eating and shopping at the Reading Terminal Market. And can one of you guys explain the Reading Terminal Market? What is that? Is that like the Eastern Market in Detroit? What is that?
Yeah, it's basically that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, can somebody explain to me the Eastern Market in Detroit?
It's like a big open space market.
But it's covered.
Yeah, with food and shops and stuff.
I'll take Tim's word for it if it's a yes.
Good produce.
Yeah, just a bunch of shops and food, you know. But, so this is a tough one because I like the Liberty Bell. I like the Liberty Bell, Carl, but you got to eat, right?
Oh.
And where can you get a smorgasbord of Philly delectables?
Exactly.
Smorgasbord!
Oh, yeah, are you picking Reading Terminal Market in an upset?
I am, Carl.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
You just knocked out the 1 seed.
Well, that's a good 1 seed knockout right there.
If I had a veto. If you didn't ruin things, Tim, I would have. Here we are, our last semifinal matchup. Enjoying an authentic Philly cheesesteak. And Michael, if you had one place to eat one, where would you go?
I would go to... Let's see, where would I go to? Because there's a lot. Many people don't know there's a lot to go to. I would probably go to Pat's just to be nostalgic about it. Is it the best one? No, it's not the best one. D'Alessandro's is the best one.
No. Spot
Where would you
burger.
go to?
You don't have any insight.
All day long.
You already ruined your veto.
No. Now we're just talking here.
We're talking cheesesteaks.
Yeah, we're just talking cheesesteaks.
Well, I don't do the shot then.
Do the shot. Yeah, I mean, Spot Burger actually has trucks, and they also have a restaurant in Brewery Town. It's fantastic.
They're going up against posing with the Rocky statue and running up the Rocky steps. So your Pat's cheesesteak, which you chose, versus, the quintessential Philly tourist thing.
It's so played out.
You know what music I'm going to play behind this? Because I like to do that. It's the Rocky music. Because I put on Google Philly background music, and that's what they gave me.
But you do the statue when you go to the museums.
All right, he's going to pick what he wants. This is a 2 versus 3 matchup. Spoiler alert. Whatever you choose is fine. I'm serious, dude. Michael Watkins.
I'll take the cheesesteak, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
All day long.
Oh, yeah. Cheesesteak versus Reading Terminal.
You want to see the steps, watch the Rocky movies.
Boom.
When was the last time we wanted to walk steps?
All right, so that's his 8-1 championship matchup. He has the Reading Terminal versus Cheesesteaks. And to that, the 5 versus 3. And for the last, 3 shows, we've had the 1 versus 2. So this is exciting. Right?
I'm from Philly. What can I say? I throw curveballs.
I like it. I'm excited to see what he picks. But let's go to the last 2 divisional round matchups. And, guys, I like to rank my sports weekends. And there's nothing that beats the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. But number 2 and 3 might be the conference championship of the NFL and the divisional round of the NFL. So this might be the 3rd best sports weekend of the year, since my teams in Detroit never do shit. So you guys agree with that? This is the 3rd best weekend of sports?
Yeah, it is, because you have 4 games on.
Yeah, that's a thing.
So, because championship weekend, you only have 2.
It is. But those are huge. It's like 2 Super Bowls in one.
Yeah, but it's more exciting with the 4.
You would rank the divisional round over the conference championship round?
Yeah, I would.
Well, would you rank the NCAA tournament first weekend be ahead of those or no?
So I have a problem with the NCAA tournament because of the playing games that happen on Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's not in effect, bro.
But it's the first week. It's the first weekend,
you're
technically.
Overthinking it, dude. That Thursday through Sunday, those matchups, you're getting 48 games in 4 days, bro. There's nothing better.
Right.
Oh, I convince you. This guy went to Ryder.
I have the draft.
He hasn't seen his team play since he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what.
It's been a long time, Carl.
I prefer the NFL draft to the March Madness. I said it.
Dude, that's why I wish I had a mute button.
Really? Yeah, I'd mute him on that one.
See, me and Mike are we're holding hands right now. We're we agree on everything. And I don't mind divisional over conference. So we're... But are you telling me the NFL draft is ahead of that, really?
The first night, absolutely, Carl.
That shows me how much of a Detroit fan you are, because that's the only time the Lions are, exciting.
We have hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, trade time.
And then we get kicked in the dick.
Hey, dude, how do you like Golden Tate?
I wish they had more plays for him.
Oh, yeah, but I mean...
For a 3rd-round pick.
Dude, that was a good trade for both teams.
You know what, though?
That was a good trade for both
teams.
teams.
But no, last year you got Jay Ajayi, and they had a package for him. They had the running plays on top of passing plays. Golden Tate, it's just...
Bro, he won you the game against the Bears.
Yeah, and it's great. And what was it? It was an out route.
His yards after the catch is insane. Anyways, let's move on. I don't want the show to be too long. So we're going into Sunday now, and that first game is the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Patriots. And listen, when I go to City, I'm not doing Foxborough. Patriots, we're going to have Boston represent them. You got it? And also...
Yeah, I guess so.
And listen, you remember when the LA had 0 football teams, Tim?
I do.
Now they have 2 teams in the final 8. How is that fair?
It's not.
They don't care about football.
Poor San Diego.
People were how is the second biggest city in the country have 0 NFL teams? And everyone's woe is them. And now they have 2 teams in the final 8, and they don't seem to care. They can't even fill out an MLS stadium. Dude, I hope, Mike, it's the Chargers versus the Colts, so the Chargers can host the AFC Championship in a 30,000-seat stadium. I think
the NFL won't allow that.
Yeah, they'd probably move it to the Coliseum or the Rose Bowl. Well, listen, here we go. So I'm actually going first here. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Look at you.
I'm the host and the guest. So, Carl. Yes, Carl. So, what's the better city, LA or New England? Well, you mean Boston, Carl? Yes, Carl. All right, so Los Angeles versus Boston. All right, Carl, thank you. Actually, F California. Screw them. It's a horrible state. It's a horrible state, But so I'm picking Boston.
Boston's the most liberal city in the nation.
I don't care. Listen, They still had Mitt Romney as the governor at one point.
But that's the rest of the state.
I don't care. Tolerable fan base. Listen, Mike, I know Patriots fans. You probably do as well. Mm-hmm. Even though they had 5 Super Bowls, 8 Super Bowl appearances in the last, 17 years, they still whine if they feel like they're getting screwed. Bro, listen, they have 5 rings since 2001, and they're still going to, complain about every little thing. Screw them, dude. And I don't care, Does Los Angeles embrace the Chargers? Probably not. I don't get that move. The owner wanted to cause a show. You're not going to buy
that money.
You're not going to buy me a stadium. I'll go to LA. I don't care. I'm picking the Chargers. They're more tolerable. I can't name you an LA Chargers fan, but they're more tolerable. Who has suffered more? Mike, you might think this is easy because the last thing you can say about Patriot fan is they've suffered. But this is the LA Chargers. This is their second year in LA, Mike. They have suffered nothing. So this is actually pretty hard. But I just can't say the Patriots fans have suffered anything. So I have to pick the Chargers here. But that's actually pretty tough. So 2-1 Chargers. Got it? Better looking QB, it's Tom Brady. Even though he's in his 40s, Tim, I'm not gay. But if he said, hey, Carl, give me like a 9-second hug and rub my back softly and kiss my forehead, would I do it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I
wouldn't give the 2-pat, you would do the rub.
I could be like, yeah, dude, I'm a Michigan State fan, but I respect the fact that you went to Michigan as a California guy. So that's 2-2. It goes down to coach. And if you think I would pick any coach ahead of Bill Belichick, Mike, you're insane. So guess what? There we go. New England wins 3-2. Carl has New England. Michael, you're going up second. But bro, listen, that's my picks were right. If you disagree with any of them, you're wrong. You understand?
I might disagree with him to a degree, Carl.
Sorry, I'm just getting you a little excited here. It's nice having you on the show. So we get Boston versus Los Angeles. What's the better city? Better city. Nothing.
I don't think related. I don't think there's a winner for this one because both have identity crisis. New England. What is it? Is it Boston? Is it Rhode Island? Is it Vermont? They can't decide who the fan base is. So, and then you got LA. Are they San Diego fans that have transplanted? Or are they?
Mike has the guts to say tie. Is that what you're saying?
It's a push. It's just like who's more boring city. And
what did I do? What did I write down for him?
Plus, who likes Anglophiles, really?
No, I will accept the push. So we'll move on.
Why is the history of our revolution, where it all sparked, why is that the home of Anglophiles? I don't get it.
All right,
is Paul Revere the coach of the Patriots, Tim?
Forever and always.
I had the guts to pick New England 3-2, and now you're just doing pushes. So, all right, tolerable fan bases. Mike, you walk into a bar with a Donovan McNabb jersey, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you see a guy wearing a Rivers jersey and a Brady jersey. Who do you talk to? Who's more tolerable?
I'm ripping the Donovan McNabb jersey off in a second. That's what I'll tell you because I don't like that guy.
I'm sorry.
#burners.
Wait, who's more tolerable fan base?
Phillip Rivers. He's a family man.
Yeah, I mean, but that's...
He's got no pull-out game.
Tom Brady. Oh, that's right. Tom Brady. I'm Tom Brady. I just win everything. No.
So you're picking Chargers for more tolerable fan base?
I do, because you know what? I'm going to go to San Diego and talk to those Charger fans down there.
Oh, well, see, now you're being... This is not fair. This is the LA Chargers.
Oh, please. Like, there's not Dallas fans in Philadelphia right now.
All right, so you have
It's
LA.
like a disease.
LA's up 1-0. Who has suffered more? And did you hear my input? Because I made a good case. The LA Charger fans have suffered nothing. It's a new fan base, and it's their second year, and they're this deep. But there's no fan base who has suffered less in the last 2 decades. So you're probably picking LA, right?
Yeah, I probably am. You're right.
You're probably. Thank you. So it's 2-0. So New England has to win these next two to force a tie. So better looking. Phillip Rivers, he's like a Catholic, he's just knocking out babies.
Got no pull-out game.
Versus Tom Brady, who is Tom Brady. Still good looking. Married to a girl.
Tom Brady is such a gorgeous, gorgeous guy.
Dude,
I have to say it. But my wife likes him. So
has she seen Garoppolo yet?
Yes, she has. Oh, that tops him, actually.
Were there comments?
You're picking New England, no?
Yeah, you got to give New England that one.
All right, so last one. Belichick versus... I can't even name the Chargers coach. I don't know.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. If you don't pick Belichick, dude, come on.
I love Belichick's press conferences. Are the best. You got to go with him.
All right, well... We have a little bit of a problem now because it's 2-1. So if Tim picks the Chargers, then I don't know how we'll decide. Maybe some sort of tiebreaker. So Michael has given us nothing, Tim. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
I'm here for it, Carl.
Happy to help.
I had 5 topics, so it wouldn't be a tie, and You have helped in no way. But I still like you.
Do you want me to pick a?
No, we'll see if we go there.
Okay.
If he somehow picks the Chargers, we'll go to you. But listen, we'll see what he picks. Because Tim is a wild card, right, Tim?
I am a wild card.
He's wearing a Nationals jacket. He's been to a lot of cities.
I am a traveling person, yes.
So what city's better? The Los Angeles city or the Boston city?
I'm going to have to go with Boston. I'm a big fan of Copley Square. Oh, the food kind of sucks.
All right, talking to Mike, Tim, you got Boston. You have New England Patriots fans versus Charger fans. If you even know a Charger fan, you wouldn't even know. So who's more tolerable?
I'm going to go with the Chargers, even though I feel like both of them are going to be bandwagon teams.
All right, so that's 1-1. So who's suffered more?
I'm going to say the teams that play New England, so I'm going with the Rams.
Or the Chargers. Yeah. Wow, okay, Chargers up 2-1.
I'm so confused because there's another team in LA.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. So better looking, Brady versus Rivers.
I'm going to go with Brady.
Yeah, easy.
Because he looks like he crawled out of the DCEU. He's fucking Giselle, literally. And his combine picture gives me hope.
Yeah. So, Michael, do you like painting pictures?
Sure.
Do you guys do that with 247?
Not normally, but, I'll paint tonight, Carl.
So, I picked New England.
Paint me, Jack.
You picked a tie, which means nothing. Thanks for that. And now Tim is 2-2. So, if Tim picks New England here, they move on. If he picks the Chargers, then we're going to have to decide some sort of tiebreaker.
I'll decide it for you,
Fair.
Carl.
That is
Go
awesome.
ahead, Tim.
So, Tim, into the mic. Better coach. Can you name the Chargers coach, Mike? Because I can't.
No.
Yeah, so if he picks the Chargers here, he's insane. Belichick versus Chargers head coach.
It's Belichick. First
you.
of all, he's Croatian. And also, have you seen his girlfriend, Vavoom?
He has a girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're obsessed with that nonsense.
Hey, if they've got shoulder candy, I have eyes.
All right, so
passes the time, Carl.
Getting diabetes just staring at them.
You get a pass, Michael. And once again, we don't have a runaway. It's close. New England moves on. See, dude, could you imagine if people watch these games and we're 4 for 4? Like, wow, Carl's formula of nonsense is right.
It's like when your girlfriend picks the
I was actually 4 for 4 last week.
What?
Yeah, you did. That was pretty good on by you there.
I did it.
Nice work out of you.
The Rams and the Patriots, dude. So far, it's actually our formula is working because actually those are the teams I'd pick, right, Mike?
Yeah,
we thought about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're good. I mean, yeah, I agree with it. I'm good with it.
All right, for our last matchup, the Sunday night matchup with Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. Two guys Michael loves. The Eagles at the Saints. And Michael, you get to lead this off. Is this the best, play-by-play color combo we have?
It is if Al Michaels choke slams Chris Collinsworth.
What's your deal with Collinsworth?
I haven't liked him since inside the NFL back in '93. Who is he? He was a player that just so happened to have a lucky tryout one day. I guess somebody else got sick. He was the only guy that showed up. They're like, yeah, we'll put you in front of the camera. You're not that ugly. But you are.
I don't get this guy.
You're not that ugly.
You can make your case for Buck and Aikman, but the other ones, Romo and Witten, they're awful. There's no one that can. Awful. Dude, Michaels and Collinsworth are the best primetime.
Michaels is great. Al Michaels is great. I have no problem with Al Michaels.
All right, we're going. Fine.
I would gladly.
I'm trying
pay
to start
$1 more.
I'm excited about this question though, because you're a Philly guy. But is it a better city than New Orleans? Just be honest, man. Don't be a homer.
No. New Orleans is better.
Really okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting too. All these will be because you're a Philly guy. What's a more tolerable fan base?
Well, stereotypically.
Yeah, this is funny. Eagles fans have a bad reputation, my friend.
Stereotypically, New Orleans is going to be the better one. But, I mean, quite honestly, the real Philadelphia fans, if you come into our town and you're not a bunch of assholes, we're going to have a lot of fun with you. If you come into our tailgate, we're going to have fun.
You're picking Philly.
Yeah, I'm picking Philly.
All I can think of is, What's that show?
Here comes the snowball comment.
Always Sunny.
Yeah, here comes the snowball comment.
I see how Philly fans are through that show. But hey, you picked them. It's your choice. Thanks, Michael. Can I call you Mike?
I don't know, Carl.
So,
hey, Mikey!
So, Mikey, who has suffered more? Both teams have won Super Bowl. So this is I think it's a coin flip. You can pick either one. I don't care. Who has suffered more?
Philadelphia has.
I'm okay with that.
We had Andy Reid as our coach, Carl.
I'm okay with that, So it's 2-1 Philly. Better looking QB, Breeze versus Foles. Breeze has that mole, and what'd you say? Off air, Foles looks like Napoleon Dynamite. So who do you got?
The mole or versus Napoleon Dynamite? Napoleon Dynamite.
Ooh, that's 3-1 Philly.
I thought we were talking about Fred Savage for a second.
This doesn't matter. I mean, better coach.
Mole.
Peyton versus whatever his name is. Peterman? What's his name? Peterson?
Crusher Doug Peterson.
Doesn't matter what you pick. You already picked Philly. Who you got? You got Philly again, Homer? Oh, yeah.
Sean Payton.
You got it. I'm all right. Doesn't matter, though. Dude, he picked Philly 3-2. Tim.
Yeah.
Can you counter that?
First of all,
it's not going to be
48
48-7 like it was earlier in the season.
That's 3-2 Philly through my formula. Granted, we have nothing to do with on the play field. We don't break down receivers or defense or anything like that. But he picked Philly. What do you got, Tim? It's better city because that matters in no way at all.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans. I've never been, but Cajun food, and I spent a lot of time in Philly.
And you can walk down the sidewalk with cocktails.
Exactly, Carl. Thank you. You said
wonderful.
it.
Mike gets me, man.
That sounds just wonderful.
Might be my new sidekick after this show.
What?
No, just kidding. Tolerable fan base, dude. I don't know a single Saints fan.
So I've had no good experiences in Philly.
Dude, they're animals.
The countless times like South Philly mooks tried to fight me.
You're picking the Saints.
Yeah, no, I have
Wow.
to. Yeah.
Mike is pissed. He's like me. We're actually nice people. We're nice.
Ask me who suffered more.
Who is suffering? I think it's a coin flip.
Eagles fans, because
Ooh, it's still alive.
Because in our ears suffer because of it.
Yeah, they're still
I will
alive.
also say that if the guy's an Eagles fan, he's gonna have a Jersey daughter.
Oh.
Never satisfied.
So who's better looking? Because this matters. Confidence, Foles versus Breeze.
Saints, have you actually seen Foles? He looks like a dude who rolls burritos and wear Birkenstocks because they're Birks.
You're picking Drew Brees over Foles?
And you should know that. Yeah, you should just understand.
I should know that?
You should know that.
All right, so it doesn't matter. Saints move on, but Peyton versus Peterman.
Peyton, that's not even...
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, that's not even conversation.
Dude, I love this, dude. All these matchups go down to the third person.
It's not even possible.
We did not.
We don't share notes.
We didn't share notes. This is gold.
Liminal minds.
This is. Can you imagine? I mean, come on, Mike. This is gold.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear your answers. Can we just get on with your answers?
So Tim has the Saints 3-2. So for the third time, it goes down to the third guy.
What?
And I have notes. I prepared. We got Philly versus New Orleans. And, we learned a lot about Philadelphia in this episode.
We have.
My friend Michael likes to go to the Reading Terminal, and I used to call it the Reading Terminal until someone corrected me during a hardcore game of Monopoly. They said, Carl, that's pronounced Reading.
It was extreme.
That's Reading Railroad. But, listen, we learned a lot about Philly, but I said it, I kind of gave my answer away. It's one of the few cities where you can walk around the streets with a cocktail. I'm not a cocktail guy, I'm a shot guy, but man, I would like to have a hurricane in my left hand while pointing to the balcony of some sort of apartment or a hotel and saying, hey,
show me your beads.
Exactly. This guy gets me. So I'm picking New Orleans. That's 1-0 New Orleans. Moving on, tolerable fan base. Sorry, Mike. I hate the Bears. You've seen me on Twitter. I hate the Bears. But there's few fan bases that make Eagles fans look good. Bears might be one of the only ones. Eagles fans, you guys, I don't know, man. A lot of you, I'm a big Howard Stern fan, and they played clips through the Wing Bowl. Have you heard of the Wing Bowl?
I don't know if I have, Carl.
It's something that happened in Philly. It's people, they do something there, and I just heard clips of people in Philly, and they're animals out there. You've never heard of the Wing Bowl?
Carl, I've been to a few.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were messing with me.
Yeah.
Funny guy. All right, so I picked the Saints there. So, oh my goodness, it's 2-0 Saints. So one more Saints out of these next 3, and they move on.
I'm not feeling confident, dude.
And who has suffered more? You're actually good here. You both have one Super Bowl, and the Saints won in the 2009 season, the 2010 Super Bowl. But anyway, you guys have been around for a long time. Yes, the Saints had the Aints era, like put the bag over their head. But man, oh man, the Eagles, they're one of the original teams, and they didn't win their first Super Bowl till last year. Tim, I'm picking the Eagles.
Wow.
Yeah, bring it.
Sorry, Nick Foles. He goes to Liberty University online. He is a fellow flamer. He's a dreamboat. He has a big wiener that he doesn't talk about.
Online.
Listen, I don't care how hardcore of a Christian he is. There's not a single man in the world who doesn't like having his dick be talked about all the time. Everyone in the locker room sees it, even the black guys. I've already talked about my Price is Right story, so I have nothing to lose here. Nick Foles moves on. Sorry, Breeze. You went to Purdue. You're nothing. 2-2. All right, it's Sean Payton versus Peterson. If I can't pronounce his name or even remember it, it's Sean Payton. Anticlimactic. I'm sorry. Sean Payton moves on. This is close though. My goodness. I have the Saints. They win. So that's 2-1. Let's run down. That was fun though. So we had the Chiefs winning 2-1. The Rams winning 2-1. The Patriots winning, I think, 2-0-1 or something, and the Saints winning 2-1.
Whoa!
So that is all the top seeds, I believe. No excitement there.
No excitement.
Gun to my head, I think those are the teams that actually win. I'm not even kidding, Michael.
I guess what, Carl? You had my picks too.
Really? You're picking against your team?
I don't know if there's any magic left.
To be a real fan, you have to know when your team kind of sucks.
I don't bet on sports. Do you, Mike?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not a gambling man.
It would just mess up. Sports is an escape. I don't want to be stressed out watching sports. I do not bet on sports. I'm not against gambling. I like poker, but I do not bet on sports because I don't want it to ruin how just, it's male soap opera. Imagine women watching soap operas on a Tuesday late morning and betting on who does Dylan end up with,
Jorge. He ends up with Jorge.
All right. So
everybody knows it.
You like the winners, all the home teams. They're all fresh. They all had a bye. We're picking them. This is my new sidekick if you can't go on. Anyways, let's go to back to 8-1. That's what we do here. This guy turned up 8-1 upside down. We had the Reading Terminal Market, and in 20 seconds, Tim, can you tell me about this place? What can you buy there?
What can't you buy? You can get subs, heroes if you're nasty, or hoagies.
Yeah.
There, you can get go to Tremini's.
Yeah.
You get some really quality cannoli. You can buy.
What if I want a Darren Dalton autograph picture?
I would send you somewhere else because that's probably fake.
All right, so they're taking on Rocky Steps, right? No. Philly cheesesteak, sorry. And how many places, Michael, can you get an authentic cheesesteak? Like, is it less than 10? Is it less than 5?
Decent, less than 5.
So like Pat Gino's and how many else?
Well, Pat Gino's are just, the facades. You want to really dive. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I love both of them. Shout out to both of them. But at the end of the day, Carl, it's the Reading Terminal.
You like how he says Carl? That's your thing.
That is my thing.
That's
quintessentially.
I've said Carl all podcast, Carl.
You're picking the Reading Terminal as the winner?
I'm picking the Reading Terminal as a winning.
Have we ever seen a 5-seed win at all, Tim?
The kingdom is upside down, Carl.
Maybe I underestimated the Reading Terminal. So in 15 seconds, what makes Reading Terminal so great? Because I don't know. I just Googled these things.
I don't need 15-second, Carl. I need one word. Variety.
Yeah.
That's what it has.
That's
Variety.
Smorgasbord of Philadelphia culture.
Well, then I have something for you. How is parking? Because as someone from the outside, is it tough?
I don't know, Carl. I usually just take a subway over, or you can even take a Patco ride from Jersey over to Philly. I don't drive there, Carl.
And I used to walk there from Brewery Town. So.
Oh, right. Well, we should end this because I don't know how long it's been. Michael's been a great guest, but Tim, it's up to you. Talk to the mic. You know how it is. It's your decision, and we are 21, 22 days away from ending the first phase of the Throne of Awesome. $40 or $35 Applebee's gift card is Watkins worthy.
So I've...
You broke it down?
I had to really...
he stumped the expert.
He did.
He picked a 5 seed.
He did.
And he picked all the top seeds to win.
So I've got a couple more questions.
All right, go.
So, because, you're a Philly guy, I have to ask you, who is more bangable? Joe Adrian or Virginia Eastland?
Adrian.
Saying he's worthy?
No, I'm not done yet.
We got a time limit.
Is it the Soul or the Sixers? Who is the real fourth team of Philadelphia?
Stupid.
But is it? No.
The Souls won 2 championships back-to-back.
Facts.
What have the Sixers done lately?
He picks the Soul. Take it away.
Oh, no, he wins. Throne of Awesome. Oh, hell you.
You're taking. He's taking it from Steve, who just dominated that Mighty Ducks episode.
Banging Conway's mom.
And that was my favorite episode, too. But I can't do it without my buddy, my co-host. He's here in spirit. Michael Lipinski, MJL_pod on Twitter. Go find him. That's my co-host. That's my 30-year-old friend. That's my 30-year friend.
All right.
Can't do it without him.
Well, you kind of plugged it. Where can we listen to your show and tell us about it?
Section 247 Pod on iTunes or SoundCloud.
Ooh.
Go find us. Talk to us. We want to know what the people think. We want to give a little bit of Philly. We're not homers. We try not to be homers, although I was a homer in last week's episode. Try not to be a homer. But me and Mike will put it together for you. Go find us. Talk to us. Let us know what you think.
What if I'm a Detroit fan who hates the Flyers, hates the Sixers because Joel Embiid is a dick? Why would I listen to your show? Like, why would I listen to a Philly show if I hate your whole city?
Look, Joel Embiid is a dick, but he's a fun dick.
He is fun. No, I like him, dude. He's actually fun.
Look, he put a kid on his lap this week.
Well, that's what you're going to fight for that.
And he was sitting and talking to him. It was fun. He even said, hey, look, the game wasn't challenging. I wanted to interact with the fans. That's our town.
And he owns real estate in whose head? Do you even know?
No, I don't know.
Andre Drummond, he says that repeatedly. He owns real estate in Andre Drummond's heads. And Ben Simmons is now dating Kendall Jenner, who is, guess whose ex-girlfriend? Blake Griffin. Wow.
Oh.
I know way more about the Sixers than you, bro.
Guess what? The smartest thing Blake Griffin ever done was not date that girl or that family.
She's the most normal of all of them.
Blown out.
And for all the real estate that Embiid owns in Drummond's head, that's how much Boston dominates Embiid right now. So that shouldn't even be the conversation.
All right, let's end this. So, Tim, any last words?
Well, I would like to plug a YouTube show that I watch. It's by a guy named C4, and he put a WWE slant to playing Madden, and it's called The Replacements. It's fantastic.
All right, Michael, you plug 247. Anything else?
No, just go find my co-host Michael Lipinski. Listen to some 247, and hopefully you've been entertained tonight, guys.
I'll have Lipinski on down the road, but man, you knocked it out of the park, and you're like 3 weeks away from winning $40. So stay tuned.
Yes.
So for Tim Anderson, my sidekick, who has talked more than ever this episode, and Michael Watkins, I'm Carl Coffey. We'll talk to you next time. See you.
Tom Brady is such a gorgeous, gorgeous guy.